Oh, good. It wasn't recording before. All the shenanigans we were pulling.
Yeah.
All right.
I have Weird Storm here with me today. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves, and thanks for coming on the show.
Hey, thanks, Craig. It's a pleasure. I'm Charlie. I play guitar and I sing in the band.
I'm Nick Uchi. I play guitar and also sing in the band.
And I'm Chris Uchi, no relation. I play keys or synth, and I sing a little bit too.
And I'm Bob Schaub. I play drums and I also sing in the band.
All right.
Very vocal.
Too much.
All right. So you guys got together back in 2019 after a couple of your other bands broke up, it sounds like.
Well, me, I was doing Kate Moss for a while, and then tried to get something else going for a minute, and it's kind of like desperate to really get kind of going again. I just had like, I don't know, 1,000 different songs that I've been working on, and trying to make the connections happen. Obviously, this is in the 4 times fantasy land of being able to meet people and
The old 2019.
try out bands and stuff. But yeah, eventually Chris, who I've known going way back, we all know each other from way back. I'm sure we'll get into that. Finally said, hey, Nick is maybe looking to put something together. And then we got in contact with Bob, who I've played with before. We played in Spur together. It's 12 years, 10, like 12.
Yeah,
that was
12
like,
years ago.
That started 12 years ago, and like
Yeah.
10 years ago. So that was a long time ago. So, and Bob had been working on, Bob's always got a bunch of projects. I don't know what you were up to, Bob.
Yeah, during that time I was towards the end of 2018, like I was in Rocket Paloma, and that ended like in early I guess like late 2018 that ended. Then I was doing stuff with Fresher Point, was another project with some of the guys from Rocket Paloma. And then I work with Chris at the Marcus Center, and he said Charlie had put up a post on Facebook looking for musicians, potential drummer to work on a project. And my music schedule wasn't as busy at that point, and just joined up there.
And I had just been basically like bedroom songwriting for the past like 10 years. So, I had plenty of energy to put out there, basically.
So did you guys just get together and start jamming, having been in a number of different bands, I guess, in the past? Just
it's kind of that way. The way at least this started, like Charlie had some songs already like that he had written completely, and Nick had some ideas as well, like already set out. So we kind of started with those, and then like I started bringing some ideas, and now we're at a point where everyone's kind of writing something and we're contributing, and some songs we're all writing together.
We're actually at the point, I think, where we have too many like written songs and haven't even had enough chance to like actually flesh them out as a band.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the quarantine is really, that's what we have. The EP coming out is the first kind of 5 songs we worked on, the most complete songs. 2 of those are songs that I kind of had, mixing around for a bit. One of them was a demo that Bob had that we developed.
One was one that I wrote, and then Brittle Pastimes, which was like the single. We actually ended up writing like during the beginning of lockdown, when we were trying to figure out like, hey, how can we still play? Bob and I had stopped working, and like Bob just kept sent me a drum beat and a bass line, and then we recorded a demo like back and forth, sending emails back to each other until we came up with that song. A true quarantine classic.
Yeah, exactly.
So did you write, or I guess did you record all the songs? And so one of the reasons we're talking here today is that you have your debut EP, Alone at Meat Beach, comes out on Friday. It'll be last Friday at the time that we air this. So you're debuting your EP. Did you record all of those songs during the pandemic in quarantine, or did you have some of them worked out beforehand?
All these songs except for Brittle were pretty much all like at least fully written songs by that point. And then Brittle was like, we had started in maybe like April when the lockdown was first happening, just to see like, all right, if we can't really meet up anymore for a while, like, are we still able to like create something? The version that's on the EP coming out, we actually recorded together, but we did put out a free demo of it on Bandcamp, and that was one that was completely done remotely. So it started off as an experiment, and we liked the song
Turned out to be a banger.
Yeah,
so.
it turned out to be a really good song. So yeah, we put it on this EP, but all these songs we recorded together kind of like mid to late summer in my basement studio here. But yeah, most of the songs we had already completed before March of 2020.
So this EP and this band, I guess Weird Storm, has, how did you guys meld your influences on this? I mean, this has a very different sound and a very unique sound compared to some of your previous bands like Rocket Paloma and Kate Moths.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, I feel like we all have a lot of like different yet similar interests or like influences. I think a lot of us like kind of, more, I think all of us like a sense of pop in our music, but like through the lens of like more like distorted guitars and like, something with like edge to it as well. But I think ultimately when it comes down to it is like most of these are pop songs. There aren't like, I think the longest song on the album is 5 minutes. Like most of them are around the 3-minute area. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's just like we've all, I don't know. I think it's 3 of us writing songs that are coming together. Like, yeah.
Yeah,
it's all have a little bit of like style.
Yeah, it's all been pretty organic. I feel like I've at least when we've been writing stuff or people have been bringing songs, to each other, it doesn't feel like, I don't know, it's really easy for everyone to pick up on and add to, no matter the style. Like even like Brittle is kind of like this poppy, funky disco tune. And then we have, something like Empathy, which starts off kind of plucky and becomes like doom metal almost halfway through. And and then we have like more mathier songs like Meek or Cemetery. So I don't know, it's all felt pretty organic to me how I think we all just have like, we listen to so many different styles of music. It's easy for us to draw influences from.
Yeah, from like 10 different places, basically.
The real answer, Craig, is I'm old and wise. That's how it happens.
That is true. That's true.
Just kidding. No, I mean, everyone's really patient with each other. I think that's the big thing.
Yeah, because and I guess with all of you kind of being songwriters or having at least 3 different songwriters in the band, all of the songs have, the songs fit together on the EP, I think, and they all have that hooky feel to them, and with that kind of, like you mentioned, like that noisy edge to them. But they're, I feel like the center of the songs is still that kind of hooky pop. Yeah,
well, we talked about that, like when we were first starting to play. It was me and Nick were the first ones, and then Chris had the idea of getting Bob, and then I kind of just insisted that Chris had to do something in the band.
I felt a little bit left out when they were practicing downstairs.
Yeah,
so
we just had to rope him in.
Yeah, I got this keyboard. Sure, that's why not?
Yeah, so then we talked about like what kind of our influences were. like it was cool, like because we were like kind of talking about like, although we all like I'm like ancient, I'm like 100 years old, so like you know, I didn't listen, I don't listen to the same things often that, you know, these youngsters do. But what we did have in common is like, oh yeah, we both, you know, all four of us were like, oh yeah, we prefer Paul McCartney and the Beatles. Like, okay, that was a thing.
Oh yeah, I think that was a big thing. We all asked each other who our favorite Beatle was, and it was
And we
Paul
all said
McCartney.
Paul McCartney.
And,
So it's like, that makes sense. Okay, so that's the direction, right?
Yep.
It's the four McCartneys. So like, so songwriting was the key, right? And then like we each have our own little attitudes, you know, like, you know, my songs that I'm singing on this one are, you know, a little bit more from a personal place. You know what I'm saying? Then I mean, you know, I'm saying I a lot in them, but like you say, like because of kind of,
and I say you a lot.
you do say you a lot. I feel like he's talking to me somehow. I feel like I'm talking about me, and then he's talking to me. He's saying how much he doesn't like. No, I'm just kidding. I just feel like there's like a call and response on the record a little bit, which is cool. But yeah, it all kind of, our sensibilities kind of slipped together pretty well, we thought. And then obviously we had to just like, you know, spend a lot of time mixing and, you know, not being able to play shows. Like we really wanted to, you know, as a band just getting started, we really wanted to show something for our efforts, which is why we ended up, you know, saying let's do a record sometime.
Yeah, so the new record is available at your Bandcamp page, which is weirdstormband.bandcamp.com. So you guys also put together a video for your lead single.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool video. Oh, we should talk about the boys. Yuchi's here. They're actual brothers. They were lying before.
So yeah, I know most of Chris and I's like influence on the art world has been through film thus far. Like we've like directed a couple of short films, and yeah, so naturally making a music video is the next logical step. This one came out so like I feel like we just had an epiphany. Like we were going to shoot something that was probably going to be pretty mediocre, and then we found this room in Bob's house that looked like a bar, and we like on the day that we were like starting to shoot, and just decided to like flip at that last second and be like, oh, what if we like try to create a like kind of live bar setting, you know, during this time.
Yeah, because we've been missing shows so much.
Right.
I mean, you know, we had the opportunity to play one show at the end of 2019, and it's been sad. So yeah, we just got goofy with it and you know, played a show in front of ourselves. Essentially, it's a good time. You know?
Yeah.
So and that's available on your Bandcamp page as well, or where can people check out the video?
Oh, you gotta go to YouTube for that one.
YouTube, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be on YouTube.
Oh yeah, send Alphabet some of those ad dollars. So yeah, we're gonna do more of that. So like, you know, obviously with the you know, pandemic continuing on, we do have a live stream. We're gonna go in someone's basement, you know, mask up, go down in someone's basement, and you know, do a you know, a longer set just to play, you know, just to be, you know, that'll be captured on video, I'm sure. So like, yeah, we're going to be doing, hopefully some more like produced stuff, but also like, you know, just showy things, you know, until we can actually get in front of like,
gotta do something.
People
Yeah.
safely.
No, absolutely.
We're
Just
safe
trying
people,
to stay
looking for
creative
people
as much as
safely.
possible.
Yeah, keep the creative juices going.
Yeah.
So your debut EP titled Alone on Meat Beach came out on Friday, February 5th, and is available at weirdstormband.bandcamp.com. Are you guys continuing to write through this and kind of trying to work out the writing while being separated?
Yeah, we still have maybe like four
I think we
songs
literally have
previously
like
written
4 or
that
5
aren't on here.
songs that aren't done yet.
Yeah, and that aren't on here, and we still have like other demos we've shown each other but haven't learned yet. So
Okay.
we're still like we're writing faster than we can record everything. But it's fine. Like there's been some silver lining with this is at least with not having shows is we've been able to take our time. Like we spent a long time on this EP, like half of 2020 recording it, mixing it. If we didn't like something, we could just be like, let's just change it. We don't have to put a stamp of approval on something because we have a deadline. We can really take our time. And same with the songs we haven't recorded yet. Like, some of them we've been playing with each other for a year, but they keep changing because we keep thinking of new things. So it's kind of nice to have the time to, to fully flesh out all our ideas until we're all like, yep, let's send it.
All right.
Yeah.
So your debut EP is titled Alone on Meat Beach, available at weirdstorm.bandcamp.com. You can find you guys at facebook.com/weirdstorm. And I assume are you putting Alone on Meat Beach up on all the streaming platforms as well?
Yeah, those are set to be on like Spotify and all that as well. Okay. It's kind of delayed with everything. But yeah, it'll be available on all that other streaming platforms as well.
You can get it on, if you get it on Bandcamp, well, it's still, Friday's over, but if you got it on Bandcamp on Friday, we got all the money. But if you go and listen to it on Spotify, Spotify gets all the money.
That's true.
Oh, just a thought.
That is right. All right. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. We're going to hear a couple more songs from Weird Storm.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. Perfect.